Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be discussing about view child, which is a concept of Angular. The version of Angular what I will be using is 12.2.3, which is the latest one of this 2021 and the month is August. By your time maybe it may be Angular 13 or 14. So anyways, so if you have reached here to understand this topic of view child, I'm 100% sure you might be knowing many other topics as well in Angular. Most often people get confused for this particular concept called view child, which is a decorator of Angular. View child has furthermore concept like view children, but I will not be explaining view children. I will be explaining view child. Before heading towards the video, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get updated and stay notified. You'll get my learning process and you can learn more. So, anyways, we will start this video conversation. So, I'll be using what I'll show you first what kind of things I'm dealing with. So, in my system, everything is installed npm node, whatever things required for Angular project to run. So, here I'll not be explaining about what all things required to run an Angular application. I'll not be installing those, but I can show you the versions. So the npm version what I'm using is, you can see here, that is 6.14, node version 14.17, and Angular CLI version. To check that, ng hyphen hyphen version, and you can know the version of Angular CLI. Plus it will show you the TypeScript version as well, I think so. No, it is not showing. Yeah, no, it is not showing. So my current CLI version is 4.3, which is the latest one. Okay, so here what we will do, we will just go back. I'll check what all things are there in my folder. Okay, so first I will create one Angular application. So for that, what we do, ng and for new, and the folder structure name, it is child view child one. I'm keeping because I already have view child in my folder. So here I enter, and it will take some time to create this folder structure of Angular. It is getting bootstrapped. So what I can tell you is about view child. View child is normally when we use is when you want to manipulate the DOM elements. Like you have a text box, you have a button, you have div or any kind of thing, any kind of element in the HTML. And if you want to manipulate that, suppose you want to change the color, or you can do many kind of stuff, or you want to reduce the opacity, which I'll be doing in this current project. So any number of things you can do with this view child concept. Basically, if you want to manipulate the HTML DOM elements, we will be using view child. Okay, earlier in JavaScript, what we used to do, document.getElement by ID, by class, and these kind of things we used to use. But in TypeScript, we use element ref, which is a very important concept of view child. Okay, so element ref is the main thing what we will be using. So here I will be creating a small project, small concept. Exactly, the project is created, the concept I'll explain. Let me get into the folder. View child one. Okay, so here our study, and we are at the root part of the project. So what I will be doing is I'll be creating one component. I'll be creating one component, and that component I'll connect it with the main component. That is first step. Second step is I'll be creating in an HTML in that particular component, a new component. I will be creating two divs, okay, with different colors. Like the div A will carry color yellow, or div B will carry color blue, okay, and there will be four buttons. The first button, when you click, the opacity of the first div, it will go down to 0, so it will be invisible. When you press the second button, which is hide, so it will hide the div A, and it's because of that the div B will come in top, okay. And I have more two buttons. When you click the third buttons, that opacity down, opacity up, sorry, when you do this opacity up, the opacity value will increase to 9. And when you click on the fourth button, the I'll fourth button, that is show, when you click on that, the div will come back. So this full manipulation, which will be done through event binding and through view child decorator, okay. So I'll be creating, first I will create a component, ng generate component. What can I give the name? Help, okay. Help component, component, help component, fine. So it is getting created. So here practically I'm explaining view child. How does it work? A clear picture. In many other YouTube videos, when you understand this view child, you will not understand, because they make you understand in a very theoretical manner. Practical manner, it will not take shape. Okay, when you work in a real world project, you will get to know what exactly the view child is used for. That is to manipulate the DOM elements. Okay, so here I have created my component. Okay, now what I will do, I will open this code. First, I have created the component. I'm opening this project in my Visual Studio. So here it is. My component is inside app, health component that you can see. So what I will do first, I will pick the selector of this component, and I will place this into the main component, that is main component HTML, because I don't want all these things, basic setup what it comes with. So I will create a selector here. I close this, my tag is ready. So what is happening, this component will act as a root component. Okay, now if I will run this application, in order to run this application, what will you do, ng serve. Okay, now the project is getting ready. Here, just in time compilation at runtime, that process is ongoing, which will bootstrap the project into the browser. Here in upcoming further videos, I will explain you how does this Angular loads, like what all routes it goes through to load a project. Okay, so my project is loaded, and here I will do ng localhost 4000. This is the default port for Angular 4000. So help component works. It means my component is loaded, but this is not the thing what is required. I will get into my component. Okay, first I will create two divs. That is div. Yeah, here is one div. Second div is this one. Okay, I will name this um, class div one. class div2. Okay. Now the concept of view child starts from here. Hash div1 and hash div2. Okay. In order to, it means that this is a tag you are leaving on an element so that you can fetch it from the component.ts. Okay. Now a hash, a tag we are leaving here in these two divs. Okay, I will write here hello and here I will write Sanju. Okay, so hello Sanju. Now what I will do, I will give a little bit class here. Okay, dot div one dot div two. Div one I will give background color aqua. Here I will give background color blue. Okay, margin 10 pixel, padding, sorry, padding 10 pixel. Okay, margin 10 pixel, padding 10 pixel. So it is ready. Now if I load my project, you can see here two divs, hello and Sanju. Okay, so my second div is not coming properly. Let me see what is happening. Div class div two. Oh, just a minute. I think the problem is in CSS. Oh, this is the problem. Margin 10 pixel. Okay. See here, hello and Sanju. So I will put four buttons as well in this. Okay. Button and the rate NBSP for spacing. Rate NBSP for spacing. The rate NBSP for spacing and a final button. The first button, what it will do, it will opacity, opacity down. It will reduce the opacity of div 1. Okay, and second button, what it will do, it will hide the div 1. Hide div 1. Fourth button, what it will do, opacity up. And the this was the third button which will do the opacity up, and the fourth button, it will make the button come back again to show div 1. Okay, now I will attach event to this button through event binding. Click on opacity down. Okay, click sorry, something wrong happened. Okay, click on hide. Okay, here I click on opacity up. Okay, And here the final one, final event. Sorry, here there's a mistake. Oh God. Okay, show on show. Okay, see, so these are the four buttons ready. Now we have to provide the event reference in the component. I'll give it over here. On opacity down, on opacity up, on hide, on show. Okay, now through this referencing element, right now we in the DOM we will be manipulating this div1. Okay, so what we will do, I will be referencing this div1 in the component. So for that, there are two important things which you have to import, that is view child and element ref. Okay, the syntax is sorry, view child, under that pass that DOM element which you want to manipulate, that is div1, for which referencing what we gave as div1 as in hash. Okay, div1, and the type you have to specify div1 div colon the div, this is the DOM element and this is the name which will be used here in this component in reference to this div1. So here this is of element reference of type HTML div element. Okay, now this can be anything, it can be material, it can be, if it is an input we have HTML input, if it is selector select box we have select also, we have many kind of element references. Okay, now see this is showing error. Let us see what is the problem. We'll right click, not right click, we'll just hover it and quick fix and select the second one. So what it will do, it will initialize element reference to this div. Okay, so it is ready now, that particular div is referenced into this component. Okay, now what we will do, now we will reference div this dot div. Now in down, what you want to do, div dot native element. Native element means it will fetch all the features. What are the attributes that div carries or it may carry? That native element attributes we have obtained. Dot style, dot not style, opacity. Sorry, it will come under style dot opacity is equals to we will make it 0. Okay, see now I'll show you running. Some error is coming. Slate button. Oh, in HTML we have an error. Okay, here it is. Okay, click function button, click function. Yeah, here. Okay, now it is perfect. On show. Okay, okay, that function does not exist on show. Here it is. Okay, O is capital everywhere. Now it is ready up and running. So for the first div, what we are going to do with the on opacity down even selector button, we will be reducing the opacity. Okay, see here now. It's ready. I'll just refresh one more time. Now you click on this, see the opacity went. The element is vanished off from the dome. Not totally, it did not went. It is there. The thing is, it become very light. Now what we will do second, I'll copy paste this one and now I will hide it. Style dot. If you know CSS very well, whatever CSS you know, you can apply it over here under style dot display none. See now what will happen. I'll first made it down, then I will make it hide. Just a minute, there's some problem. It is hidden or what? This dot div don't need to display none. I think it went off. Now what we will do, we will copy paste the same thing here. For just a minute, this is oh ho, sorry, no. This will come here hide. Okay. Now first I'll make the opacity down. Then I made it hidden. See the second div, it jumped in the front. Now I'll copy paste this. I'll make the opacity up. Style dot opacity to 1. Always remember this will be string. This will be a string part. It will not go as 0. It will give you error. Okay. Opacity 1. And here also in this on show also I will put this styling. Sorry, display style dot display block. Okay, now see the effect. First I will make it opacity down, then I will hide it, opacity up, then show div. Okay, so this is the practical experience of view child you have obtained. So basically for this first div, I through this hash referencing, what I have added over here hash div, I obtain the access of this div, and through view child I have made element reference for this component in this component. Now through this div particular value which carries the referencing of this div 1, I can do anything. Okay, hope so you all guys have understood. Maybe I'm not very much clear. Okay, but still, if you have any confusion doubt, you can post comment on this video. And please people, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. I will post this kind of concept and ideas with the practical experiences. Okay, thanking you. Sanju.